they were the class of the Big Ten early on, and now they will meet to decide the valedictorian. Michigan and Michigan State will play each other for the first time in Big Ten tournament history, and it just happens to come in the championship game. So the Big Ten champs are heading to the Rose Bowl for the first time since 1988, but Mark D'Antonio says they should be going to Pasadena for the national championship game. The coach said, "We knocked off the number 2 team in the country, so why not us?" And Perani Arena is finally a decent venue for entertainment thanks to $1 million worth of improvements. The arena itself is a whole lot brighter thanks to a new paint job. And the Jumbotron finally works. It'll be on for replays of all the big plays. And the concession stands have totally been revamped. But don't worry about missing any of the action because the entire game will be shown live in line. The Lions have been frozen out of the tundra for 23 years. 1991. That's the last time the Lions won a game here at Lambeau Field. It's also the last time they had a 12-win season, and they haven't won a division title since 1993. The Lions can accomplish all of those things and end over 20 years of futility with 1 win over the Packers on Sunday. Like all NBA fans, I looked forward to the dunk contest on Saturday night, but it was the worst of all time. I've seen junior high kids do that. To see a real contest, I had to go to Mott Community College, where they shatter backboards. Doug Anderson, along with the rest of his teammates, think Nate Robinson's got nothing on them, right?
Right, oh yeah. Got nothing on them.
Well, let's check it out. That would have won it right there.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I got a lot of people calling me and texting me saying that it was sucked. Now it'll probably be everybody that was in it.
The same goes for teammate Torian Oglesby.
We've been doing this since like probably 8th grade, you know what I'm saying? Whoever under there, I'm going straight up on them. You know what I'm saying? We the fly boys.
And they fly higher than the NBA players. Toronto's DeMar DeRozan missed that dunk. Torian did not. Oh! Once again, DeMar DeRozan, go home, brother. How fast can you decide what you're gonna do?
Well, it has to be fast because while I'm in the air, I don't have that much hang time. Well, I do, but like.
Yes, he does. With the Flyboys at Mott. Ryan Slocum, ABC 12 Sports.
They couldn't even get the ball over the 50-yard line in the second half, and you have to question the play calling. Denard Robinson ran the ball 6 times for 124 yards in the first half. He only got 4 carries the entire rest of the game, and then Vincent Smith and Thomas Rawls combined for 10 carries, only 14 yards. Yet they kept going to those guys in 3rd and short situations, then they'd have to punt.
Guys, they are popping bottles again. The Tigers are the American League champs. We are in the clubhouse where it is a madhouse, actually. The Tigers are heading into the World Series for the 11th time in team history. A month ago, they were 3 games out of first place. Now they will be playing for their 5th World Championship. When they're not hitting bombs, what do the Tigers like to do? I was in Lakeland for spring training last week and tried to find out. It's the latest edition of our popular series called 5 Questions. What do you got on the iPod? What's like the #1 most played song on there?
Mine?
Yeah.
My favorite song is Burn It to the Ground, the one I come out to every day during the season.
Probably Clean Out My Closet by Eminem. That's probably my #1.
The #1 song I usually listen to is Magic because my daughter listens to that song. There was another one by Miley Cyrus or someone, whoever that, yeah, so those are 2 of my, not my favorites, but those are the 2 I listen to the most.
You may have just answered the second question because I was going to say, what's the most embarrassing song on the iPod. That might be it.
Yeah, probably Miley Cyrus.
Is there one of those?
Well, I'm not telling you.
Or at Flint, they won't see it.
I ain't telling you.
It's that bad, huh? Let me ask you about your favorite movie. What would that be?
Favorite movie of all time is Swordfish with John Travolta and Hugh Jackman. The bad guy gets away. I love it.
You didn't mention Halle Berry. Usually when that movie's mentioned, Halle Berry is mentioned, and that's why it's a favorite.
She looks very good in that movie.
Dumb and Dumber is up there, and The Hangover 1 and 2 are hilarious.
Favorite ball player growing up? I think I know what it is. I think I know this one.
What do you think?
Griffey.
Oh, gotta go with Griff. Gotta go with Griff.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr.
I always loved watching Griffey play.
Well, and finally, when you're not playing, what are you doing?
Most of the time laughing at Brandon and dabbling a little hockey or something every now and then just for fun. Let's see. There's a few other things. They're more extreme sports. I can't really talk about those.
Yeah, contract obligations. I hear you.
Got 2 boys at home.
All right.
They keep me pretty busy.
I'm out there in the woods somewhere, and once hunting season's over, I'm normally on a boat somewhere fishing.
After losing their first game in nearly 2 years, the Beecher basketball team started a new winning streak last week with 2 lopsided wins. Meanwhile, senior guard Eric Cooper has been dealing with a pair of devastating losses. We have his story this week inside Bucktown. Adversity is something the Bucks aren't familiar with on the court. They have won 40 of their last 41 games by an average of nearly 30 points a night, with their only loss coming to the 22nd ranked team in the nation. But off the court is a different story, and no one has been hit harder than senior guard Eric Cooper.
My heart dropped. Dad got diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. My granny just passed last week from breast cancer, and it's rough for an 18-year-old kid to go through something like that in this stage of his life. When you have somebody to look up to, and now he's sick, and you gotta really care for him.
Is it any type of thing? Or?
The doctors gave him 2 weeks to a month, but I don't listen to that. God has the final say so. My dad passed away on the 3rd at 1 a.m. Took his last breath. I was right there, and it was hard to see.
Dedication and sacrifice is being displayed by one of your teammates. He suffered the biggest loss that we could suffer in our lives, and he here with y'all. He ain't take off an hour. Y'all playing for each other, baby. Let's go together. 1, 2, 3. Together. Get somewhere, get quiet, and get focused.
Less than 48 hours after losing his dad, Eric Cooper Sr., Eric Jr. scored 13 points in a 39-point win over Lakeville.
I'm kind of speechless because I don't know how I would handle that as a grown man. The kid is just remarkable. I would say he's the definition of strength right now.
I played for Cooper and his family. It's real emotional though, but he's a competitor. He gonna use it as motivation. I know he is.
I played for him. I've been playing every game for him, really. But today, I had to kind of clear my mind a little bit. So that's why I was out here today, to help my teammates and let them down.
And on top of dealing with his dad and grandmother's death, Eric had to make a decision about his future, as he was in the middle of a recruiting battle to play college football as a wide receiver.
I feel like he may be probably the best receiver, bar any classes, in the state of Michigan. Just knowing receivers, knowing what I know, I do know a little something about that. The kid can play.
Beecher took on Durand on the eve of Eric's father's funeral, and before the game, Eric finally got the Division I scholarship offer he was waiting for.
Central Michigan. Yes? Yes, sir. It was a blessing. Coach Enos had came to the school and gave me the scholarship. That later on that night, 28 points. Every shot was just falling in, and I was blessed. So yeah, I know I made him proud.
But well beyond the Division I scholarship or the career-high 28 points, Eric Sr. would be most proud of the way his son has continued to be there for his teammates, and especially the woman who is his best friend for 25 years.
Strong, very strong. He's my rock. He keeps me going. He's the man of the house now, so right now he's doing okay. I'm going to trust him that he's been raised the right way and that he'll be successful.
Very thankful, because most people out here don't have fathers to show them the rights and wrongs in the world. But me, I had that, and it's hard to imagine life without him. I love my pops, man. I love him. I want to replace him for another one. He's the best. I love him.
It's not entirely Josh Smith's fault that the Pistons started 5-23, but don't tell that to the fans at the Palace, or Piston fans just about anywhere. Stan Van Gundy cut Smith, and Detroit immediately got better, winning 12 of their next 15 games. Tonight, public enemy number 1 returned to the Palace with the Rockets.
Josh Smith, here's some cheers, plenty of boos as he checks in.
Yeah, welcome home, Josh. Pistons defense dominated the first half. James Harden throws it away. Kyle Singler working the break with KCP, and he puts on his jammies. Detroit would pull within 1 in the 6th. Miguel Cabrera pulls out the Stanley and drills it. A minute 35 to make something happen. And I'd say this is making something happen. Riddick with the one-handed catch for a pickup of 20. The Chronicles had 8 grabs for 74 yards, and that got the Lions into field goal position. But we know how that's worked out so far this year. The Lions lead the league with 10 missed field goals. Matt Prater from 43 yards, 4 seconds on the clock, and he misses it. You gotta be kidding me. But hold up. There is a flag. Delay of game on the Lions, so they get another chance. Yeah, a Lions mistake, actually a good thing this time. Prater from 48 yards, and it is good. The Cardiac Cats used every one of their 9 lives. The Lions win 22-21 and head into the bye week atop the NFC North at 6-2.